Have you heard about the new futuristic city of the future called The Line? This city is no small feat. It's 170 kilometers long and set to be built in Saudi Arabia with a price tag of $1 trillion. But with all that money being invested, you've got to wonder, is The Line tsunami-proof? And if a tsunami does hit, what happens to The Line? We're here to find out, so stay tuned. Welcome to Saudi Evolution, the go-to source for all the latest updates on The Line, the Red Sea project, Qiddiya City, and every futuristic mega project of Saudi Arabia. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to stay in the know. And while you're at it, give this video a like and let us know you're enjoying the ride. We've got a lot more in store for you, so don't miss out. We all know how dangerous tsunamis can be. Even Usain Bolt couldn't outrun one of those bad boys. But what happens when a tsunami hits The Line, that futuristic city being built in Saudi Arabia? That's what we're here to find out. But before we get to the juicy stuff, let's get some background information on The Line. The Line is designed to be a smart city, meaning it will use digital technology to make life easier, more efficient, and more sustainable. The Line is a city of the future, and it's no small city either. It's a whopping 170 kilometers long, which is 33 times the size of New York City. It's designed to be a smart city, meaning it will use digital technology to make life easier, more efficient, and more sustainable. It's being built in the Neom region of Saudi Arabia, and it's designed to preserve 95% of its natural environment while being completely car, street, and carbon emissions free. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, first announced the mega project at the Future Investment Initiative conference in Riyadh back in 2017. While some people thought it was just a publicity stunt, drone footage released in October 2022 revealed that construction on The Line actually started. In the drone footage, excavators can be seen digging a wide, linear trench in the desert, so they were definitely not joking. The Line will consist of two 1,600-foot-tall buildings that run parallel to each other and span across desert, mountain, and coastal areas. These buildings will have walls that are 200 meters wide, which should provide some protection against tsunamis, but we'll get to that later. First, let's talk about some of the other crazy features of The Line. This city of the future will have flying taxis, classrooms managed by holographic professors, an artificial moon, and even robotic animals. Okay, we may have made the last one up, but the rest are all true. According to confidential plans, the Line's buildings will run from the Gulf of Aqaba all the way to a mountain resort and a complex that will house the Saudi government. This marks the first time in 150 years that a major urban development has been designed with people, not roads, as the focus. Life on The Line will be all about walkability, with all essential daily services like schools, medical clinics, leisure facilities, and green spaces being within a 5-minute walk. Talk about a dream come true. And with ultra-high-speed transit and autonomous mobility solutions like the Velociraptor, residents will be able to reclaim time for their health and well-being, with no journey expected to be longer than 20 minutes. The concept of a linear city isn't exactly new. It was first thought of in 1882, and plans for a similar concept from Boston to Washington were floated in 1965. But The Line is taking the idea to the next level, creating a city of the future that puts people first. The Line will be located right beside the beautiful Red Sea, which is home to a diverse array of marine life like coral reefs, giant sea snakes, and species of dolphins found nowhere else in the world. It's also a vital habitat for migrating birds, who use its waters as a stopover on their yearly journeys. With its alluring blue waters, stunning sunsets, and dynamic underwater environment, the Red Sea still holds many mysteries to this day. But will tourists even dare to come if they knew about the deep mysteries of the Red Sea? In 2022, the team at OceanX went on a submarine expedition to the bottom of the Red Sea and made an interesting discovery: a giant chasm that was 3 meters wide and 8 meters tall, revealing powerful geological forces at play. This chasm had even broken through the sea floor, which is no small feat. And get this, OceanX, the team that made this discovery, was actually funded by Neom. Talk about a deep connection. Further research revealed that the chasm was caused by an undersea landslide, which likely triggered 10-meter-high waves that struck the Egyptian coastline about 500 years ago. Today, that piece of land is still teetering on the edge, and if it were to slide, models suggest it could trigger a second tsunami that's twice as large as the first one. Earthquakes in the region don't usually generate tsunamis of this magnitude, so it's a bit of a wild card. Just a little shake in the wrong place, though, could cause the whole wall to fail, leading to a much larger tsunami than the one 500 years ago. So, you better stock up on those swimsuits. The Red Sea is a maritime rift, which means it's spreading apart as the tectonic plates bordering it gradually shift. This makes the region highly susceptible to earthquakes, but the discovery of a submarine landslide suggests there are other tsunami-triggering forces at play that we may not have considered before. Slope failures along parts of the Red Sea coastline could be especially dangerous in straits or other narrow passages, where a wave can quickly reach landfall with very little warning. Unfortunately, there are no historical records of the tsunami that occurred 500 years ago, so we don't know for sure how big it was, or if it harmed anyone in the region. But if the same tsunami were to happen today, the situation would be much different, and much more dangerous. The area is more densely populated now, and it will only become more crowded in the future with the addition of the line and tourist hotspots, like the resort city of Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, a famous tourist destination very close to where the landslide took place. So, what if a tsunami hits the line? One question on everyone's mind is whether the line will be tsunami-proof, and what kind of safety measures are being taken to prevent disaster if one were to occur. After all, a tsunami is a force to be reckoned with. It moves at 30 or 40 miles per hour, and the weight of the water can be deadly. Just imagine 1,700 pounds hitting you at that speed, and each cubic yard of water weighing another 1,700 pounds bearing down on you. The destructiveness of a tsunami is like a fleet of runaway cars. It's not something you want to be caught in. It would surely cause loss of life, mass injuries, damage to homes and businesses, cultural resources, utilities, and much more. That's why it's so important to have a plan in place to protect the line and its residents. The good news is that the line will be 500 meters high and 200 meters wide, so if a 20-meter high tsunami were to hit, you'd be safe, as long as you made it to high ground in time. Plus, with 2 half-kilometer high buildings on either side of the line, it seems like the perfect place to be during a tsunami, don't you think? Unfortunately, NEOM hasn't revealed any information about how the line will be tsunami safe, or if it will be. But with the line being such an ambitious and futuristic project, we can assume that they're researching every possible dangerous aspect to create a safe city. And let's not forget that they even found out about the giant chasm in the first place, so I'm guessing they have a waterproof plan. It's hard to say when the line will be finished, as NEOM has only promised completion by 2030, but no specific deadline for the line has been set. Some people think it might be finished by 2050, but who knows? It's a futuristic project after all, and these things tend to take longer than expected. Who knows if the line will ever be completed? In that case, it would just amount to another abandoned structure, like the Jeddah Tower in Saudi Arabia. But that's a story for another time. So what do you think? When do you think the line will be finished? Will it be finished? Let us know in the comments section down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts.